Here's my lovely Paraphysa parvula. Alright, let's find a good cricket for you. I think that one might work. Let's see. Oh, come back here. Oh, good grab. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we want. Look at that green carapace. And that pattern on the abdomen there, and the mirror patch on the abdomen. Isn't that just awesome? Man, I wish more people had these too. Beautiful. Great beginner tarantulas, the Paraphysa. Easy to care for, good eaters, mostly docile. They can be skittish, but you don't usually see defensiveness out of these like you do a lot of the other tarantulas, but great beginner tea. Definitely low maintenance. Okay, man, look at that beauty. Man, can look at her, this one all day. Please be a female, please. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so let him eat. Next. Well, remember when I said that we don't get to see our Haplopelma longipes very much? Well, now you get to. However, the bad news is that this one has died. Oh, I'm very upset. I am incredibly upset. This one never molted for me. It is not a mature. Let's see. Let's see if I could tell the gender here. Well, I can't see a furrow. I don't think it's a... Well, maybe it was a male. It'd be easier if I had the molt, though. But, it was not a mature male, if it is indeed a male. But this really makes me sad. It really does, because, you know, this one had some spunk. You know, would throw up some cool threat postures. In fact, when I first got it, it threw up some of the best threat postures I've ever seen. I mean, this thing was no joke. I just don't know what happened. It's just one of those things, you know. Yep, no bulbous pedipalp, so it definitely, if it is a male, it's an immature male. See, there's my hand in comparison. I'm just really brokenhearted over this. Man. Poor thing. Yeah, it really does sadden me. I prefer them to look like this because they look alive like that. Well, goodbye, my friend. Never got to see you molt for me. Yeah. It really stinks. I tell you, sometimes Haplopelmas can be fragile too. Although my lividum seems to be thriving pretty well, but yeah, it's so sad. I mean, the abdomen looks good. I mean, yeah, maybe it could be a little bigger, but the tea's not that big. Well, I guess just we have to move on. Stinks. Alright, next. Alright, well, here's my Nhandu chromatus, one of my favorite tarantulas. Maybe you could cheer me up after having another death in my collection. I tell you, I'm just having the worst luck here lately. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe it's just because my house is so dry. We've had although we've had some warm spells here lately, it was quite cold for a while, and the house was, you know, had a lot of dry heat in it. So, I don't know. That Haplo did look like a male. but it wasn't mature, so it could have lived longer. But anyway, I'm going to give this one some water. The dish was covered with dirt as usual. So I'm wondering if this one could be in pre-molt as well. Had a lot of molts here lately. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to see if this one wants a worm. Get it. You better get it. You're going to lose it. Oh, you'll get it later. No, you're not going to attack for me? Well, that's okay. At least we get to see your beauty. That'll make me happy to see a healthy tarantula here. One of my favorites. But yeah, your abdomen does look a little bit on the big and dark side. So, although it just seems like it's a little too soon for you to molt. But anyway, it's so good to look at you. She has her crazy moments though, man. She is a nut. She has scared me half to death sometimes, just the way she'll run. And she's given me threat postures before, but it's been a while. But she's a looker. Nhandu chromatus. I call her fruitcake. Alrighty, well, if you want it, you can dig it out later. Alright, we'll go on to the next one. Here's my Acanthoscurria chacoana. Doing absolutely wonderful. Oh, the cricket's just up there. Okay. Would you like a cricket, my dear girl? Of course you do. But you only get one cricket today. It was a big one, but you only get one because your butt's fat. You're like, look who's talking. Yeah, she's a feisty girl. Yep. She'll throw up a threat posture if you pester her. Which is why I try not to pester her. But there are times she's in my way when I'm trying to fill up her water dish and I'm like, move. And then she gets all upset. But she's a beautiful girl. And I'm very thankful she's a girl. Wouldn't handle her though. Nope. She's too mean. And she might mistake my finger for a superworm. Right? Right. Okay. We'll move on to the next one. Well, the abdomen isn't dark enough yet, so I guess this one still has some time before it molts. This has got to be a female. This one is such a slow grower, which makes me very happy that she's a female. Okay, so we'll see if she would like a cricket. You want that? Where'd it go? She seems to really like her new enclosure. I've seen her crawl on top of her log here. I mean, she moves around quite a bit. Got her full water dish over there. Yeah, she likes it. And she's a good eater too, although yeah, she's thrown up some threat postures before and has tried to climb the tongs when I've had to nudge her out of my way before to give her water. So yeah, she can definitely have an attitude. But she's kind of docile right now, which makes me wonder if she's in the earlier stages of pre-molt. But she's definitely got a ways to go because she's not even darkened up yet. So, but there she is. She's really cool. I've had her for quite a while now. She's a survivor. When I was sick in the hospital, for those of you who are new to my channel, my tarantulas went quite a while without food and water because, well, there was no one who was either willing or able to take care of them. But luckily, I had most of them survived. Had 7 deaths, though. I think there were 7. And so, it made me really sad, but I couldn't help it. Okay, I wasn't in my right mind to say, hey, can you go feed my tarantulas? You know, I was highly sedated a good portion of the time. Wasn't in my right mind, but luckily this one made it. The Brocklehursti, unfortunately, did not. But this one did, and I don't know where the... Oh, there's the cricket. You gonna get it? Yeah, if you don't get it, I'm definitely thinking pre-molt is... Oop. So you're on top of it, but... Are you gonna eat it? This one usually attacks with very little hesitation, so I'm thinking that being in heavy pre-molt will be just around the corner. I think it's in the earlier stages. But it won't be long. I mean, the abdomen is quite big and dark in places, but as you can see, the part where the hairs are kicked off isn't dark enough yet. So, but I think it's just around the corner. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to leave it in there, but okay, yeah, that tells me right there that pre-molt is just around the corner, because normally she takes food like there's no tomorrow. So, and the fact that she's not baring her fangs right now also tells me that she's in pre-molt, or about to be. Well, she's close to baring her fangs, but her fangs aren't she's not baring her fangs right now, but she's I think, like I said, if she wasn't about to enter pre-molt stage, heavy pre-molt, I think she would have been baring her fangs by now. But she definitely would have attacked the food too, so yeah, I think it's here any day now. Alrighty, on to the next one. Here is my Poecilotheria striata. I believe she is a female. You know what? You need to be fattened up a little bit more. Just a little bit. How would you like a worm? No worm, huh? Sometimes this one prefers crickets, so I'm going to give her the option to have crickets too. She needs to eat. Yeah, she gets spooked. And I guess she's just not she probably doesn't like the light. But she's a looker, that's for sure. I like to look at her. Yeah. She's the only pokey I have in my collection right now. I used to own a P. Metallica sling, but unfortunately it died. Made me very unhappy. But I've had this one for quite a while, and she's doing really well. So I think I'm going to add a little more humidity to her enclosure. She has a full water dish, but I think she might need some humidity. So I'm going to do that. Alright, well, we will move on to the next one. Here's my Grammostola porteri, the normal color form, rosea. Or, excuse me, the Chilean rose. Doing very well. Let's see, how about we give you some crickets? Do you like that? I don't think I'll hurt your feelings, huh? Let's see what we got here. Huh? No? Maybe I did hurt your feelings. She's been eating lately. But, you know, like all G rose or most G roseas, they go through these huge fasting periods. So, you know. But, well, there's your worm in case you'd rather have that. I like to give variety. She was the very first tarantula that I owned. She's my favorite because of that. Yep, she's the one that got me into the hobby. She lets me hold her every now and then. I don't hold my teas often, but when I do, she's one of them. But I always test her mood first because she has her moments where she's cranky. Yep, you got water, so. Sometimes she does that. She'll just kind of play around with her food and then she'll eat it later. But well, whenever you decide to eat it, you enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, she has molted for me twice since I've had her. I got her in the summer of 2011. So, yeah, she's molted for me 2 times. Very slow growing species. Alright, well, while you play with your food, we'll move on to the next one. Here's a pretty good look at my Heteroscodra maculata, male, mature. I was really hoping this one would be a female, but alas, it is a male. And he doesn't eat much on camera. He just is very camera shy. And he just doesn't, he's just not one of the most exciting teas I've had in my collection. He's incredibly fast, though. Definitely. Yeah, as usual, is avoiding food. It just seems like when males get a certain age, some of them more than others, they'd rather mate and not eat. Anyway, well, there you go. Doing great. Alright, next. Here's my Haplopelma lividum, female, doing excellent. Well, oh, there you go. Yeah, I was like, well, you just let that cricket slip on by. Oh, she got it. I got another one for you. In fact, I'll give you more. Whoops. Sorry. There you go. Atta girl. And if she doesn't get it now, she'll get it later, I guarantee you. Yeah. I tell you, this camera just doesn't do her justice. She is gorgeous. Yeah. I got you more in there. Yep, She always stays in here now. She used to stay in here all the time, her cave, and then she webbed it up. She doesn't go in there anymore. She likes her own place. Yep. She's only thrown up a threat posture for me one time, and that's when I first got her and was putting her in her new enclosure. I try not to give her any reason to get angry with me because they can be quite defensive. So, and they have a nasty bite. Oh, there's some of that blue showing up. Oh, she's so beautiful. Alright, we'll move on to the next one, let her eat.